Hello and welcome to IABM TV. Today I'm delighted to be joined by Jochen Bauer of G&D. Jochen, great to meet you.
Hello Martin, thanks for having me here.
Well, thank you. And can you start by telling us a little bit about G&D?
Of course, yeah, G&D, we are a leading KVM manufacturer. We are headquartered in Germany, active around the globe. We've been around for almost 40 years now, ever since focusing on KVM, so signal management, distributing, extending computer signals, originally on bespoke, dedicated direct cabling, and nowadays also offering the whole portfolio with transmission over standard IP networks, very functional, robust for any critical installations. So we're not only working on broadcast, yes, this is a very important sector for us, but we're also doing business in control rooms of any kind, so wherever humans have to sit in front of a number of computer systems, a number of screens to monitor and survey processes.
Well, thank you, that's really useful. But how are today's KVM systems helping broadcasters do their job better?
Well, actually, KVM helps in typically three different matters. First of all is ergonomics. You separate man and machine by moving out the computers of the control environment, so you don't have the noise and the heat anymore. Furthermore, it helps with safety, as you can build redundancy concepts, so if a system fails you can easily switch over to a redundant system. But the most important in broadcast, I believe, is the flexibility that KVM brings into the application. KVM is kind of the backbone in the IT infrastructure, making the connection in between the operator and the computer system, and it really helps to have the right system at your hand in the right moment. So besides the ergonomics, it really gives the needed flexibility in the studio or in OB van, where you just have multifunctional workplaces, and so it's really a very beneficial tool in the flexibility in the IT access. And as such, I think that's the main benefit we see in the broadcast, besides aspects like multi-viewing, displaying different sources on your screen and operating them on the same time. Plus, of course, the ergonomics to have your workplace decluttered with only one set of keyboard and mouse operating different systems. So that's where we are really streamlining broadcast processes.
Absolutely, I get that. So what's new at G&D and how does it accomplish in the easy industry?
Of course, as we're here at IBC, we've got a couple of news with us that we're announcing. Most of the news are around our new extender series, which are the end devices, the grabbers, let's say, senders, collecting the computer signals, and on the other hand the receivers. We call the new series Vision XS, as a main purpose was to shrink the size of the devices, to use valuable rack space as good as possible. And the news we are announcing this time is a module based on USB-C connectors, so making it even easier to connect devices by just a single connector, up to 4K 60 resolution, of course. Another news we've got around that is a version or different modules being powered over Ethernet, so PoE connection either as a main power source or for redundancy. That's some of the news. And beyond that, a very big announcement we've got here, and we've got it live on our booth, is the newest generation of our personal workplace controller, which is our multi-viewing tool, combining different computer sources on one screen or on a number of screens, and making them operable in real time, so without any latency, which is very, very helpful to really keep the amount of peripherals to minimum, to have really ergonomic workplaces and maintain that flexibility that is needed in agile working environments.
Great, lots of new announcements then at the show. So what are customers asking for with respect to KVM systems? Any thoughts on future trends?
of course, there's a couple of trends that we see. It's still that topic, the convergence of all different technologies towards IT-based processes, and around that, it's of course about interoperability. The systems are getting more and more complex, and everything still has to work nicely together. And KVM as the infrastructure is quite often the glue in between all of that. And furthermore, talking about ergonomics, and the users have always been in our focus. Of course, it's also to not lose that out of sight, and to really have it user-centric, and work on further front ends, user experience, user interfaces. So I think that's what a lot of topics we gather around.
Well, Jochen, thank you very much for sharing your insight with us.
My pleasure, thank you.
It's great to hear what G&D are doing, and if you want to learn more about G&D and the latest announcements, then check out their stand here at IBC.